Jajagang. You're now tuned in to Jaja Jocelyn. So if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're not new and you're already part of the Jajagang. So today we're going to be talking about narcissists and children. Okay, so basically all of this is coming over from my TikTok. So if you follow me on TikTok, then I made a TikTok video, basically almost like a short, and I talked about narcissists and their children. So what I try to do is when I make something on TikTok and I get, the response that I want, then I come on over to YouTube and I elaborate on it because the video times are longer and basically cover things in detail. So we're just gonna hop right into it. Most narcissists are deadbeats. So when it comes down to a narcissist and accountability, they duck and dodge it, especially when it comes down to their children. I also got a question on my TikTok asking if the narcissists love their children. And in my opinion, I don't believe anybody could love something that they're willing to abandon. They don't care whether they're, well-being, they're not contributing to them, they're not, I don't feel like a person could love something like that. Love to me is an action. So I'm just gonna leave that there. What you'll find a lot with a narcissist is that they prefer, if they already have children, they prefer for their new supply to not have children. They prefer to, deal with somebody who does not have children at all. That's what they prefer. That's what they love. So the reason why they do this, the reason why they do this is because it keeps them from being held accountable. They know that if they move to a new supply, and if that new supply is already a mother or already a father, that mother that you're trying to love bomb and be with, they're eventually going to ask you, where's your child? I haven't seen your child. You're trying to be with me and all of this, and I haven't met your children. Where are your children? So a lot of times you'll find them moving on to a new supply that doesn't have any children. It's because they don't know what responsibilities come with being a mother, and they don't even know any better to even question them about their children. So that's why you'll find a lot of times that they move on to another supply that doesn't have any children. So a lot of times you'll find that they'll say, if you're not with me or if you're not going to be with me, then don't expect me to be in that child life. Or let's say that you've already, ventured out from them. They'll try to use it as a control, avenue to get, your body or to get your time or to gain access to you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. That's just how they do. They're typically deadbeats. They don't really, take accountability or really responsibility for their own children. You should know about the narcissist is that they are all into perception and they're all into how other people view them. So let's say, for instance, that they're not even in their child's life. They're not doing anything for their child. They're not taking care of them. They haven't even seen their child. What they'll typically do is steal pictures. They'll steal pictures from your social media. They'll steal pictures from your Instagram, your Facebook, or whatever. They'll acquire pictures and they'll basically put on as if they're there for the child, as if they're actually active and in their child's life, when it's so far from the truth. You'll always find them talking and referring to their children, and you may even see them with pictures of their children on their phone. They may have a picture of their child on their home screen or their lock screen. They really, really try to take on that persona and give you that perception that they're really active and they're really doing all of what they possibly can for their child, when it's so far from the truth. Then on the flip side of that, also keep in mind that I have a son as well. A son that didn't belong to my narc, right? So one thing that you have to understand is that for when you're in these narcissistic relationships or marriages, that typically abuse is associated with it. Even if it's not physical, it's going to be mental, emotional, verbal abuse. My biggest reason for leaving the way that I did was because it was so abrupt. My biggest reason for leaving was I kept thinking about my children. I kept thinking about my son. I kept thinking about my daughter that was on her way into this world. And what I also thought about was my grandmother and my mom and the example that they showed me coming up. the strong type of examples that they showed me growing up as to what the strength that a woman could possibly have. And I knew that I could not allow, I knew that I could not allow my daughter to, I knew that I could not allow my baby girl to see me at a weak state. I knew that I couldn't allow her to see me go through anything less than queen treatment. I couldn't furthermore allow my son to witness his mother be torn down or weakened, you know. Children can sense the differences. The children can sense when you're going through something. So when I noticed that the questions from my son became more frequent, the mom, are you okay? The mom, how are you feeling today? Mom, what's wrong? Those questions. When I started getting those questions a little bit more often, I knew that something had to give. I knew that I had to bust some type of move. This girl is so silly. So I encourage anybody that's going through this or that's going, that has a child, you know, you can make it. You can make it. You can make it. Because, you know, with anything that goes on in life, you may feel like it's the worst thing in the world, but it's a reason for everything. It's a reason for everything, and it's a reason why you undergo certain things in the way that you do them. Sometimes it may be unorthodox. It may be kind of, you know, far-fetched, but God will come through and he will assure you that it was necessary. Sometimes he shakes you up. Sometimes he has to shake you up and you know, wring you out, and basically, you know how you flap a sheet. Sometimes you can get so comfortable on a bed. You can get so comfortable. You fit it. You tucked away. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's bothering you. You're comfortable. You're okay. But it's dysfunctional. And you're so comfortable though. And you're not willing to move. Sometimes God will rip you up from your corners of their bed. He'll rip you up, shake you real quick, and shake you and get you right, and then put you in a brand new bed where you never knew was possible. Put you in another position where you never knew you would succeed in. So I give encouragement to any and all of my viewers and all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. You know, don't get discouraged because sometimes when I hear, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes when I hear dead be dead, I also hear stepdaddy season. I'm so sorry. You know, when I hear dead be dead, I hear really, what I truly hear in my mind is stepdaddy season. It's all about perception though. Y'all be easy. Jajagang. We out.